Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to have some Christmas fun because I'm in the mode of Christmas. Surprisingly, it's not typical of me to be so into it this early, but I am, and that's the way it's going to be for a while. This is a bundle of ephemera I have been working on. I've shared some of it with you. I will go through this with you in my next video because there are a couple of fun envelopes that I altered and in the way I folded them, actually the book pages. And I think one in particular you guys might find fun to make for yourself. But I will go through this bundle of shabby Christmas goodness with you in my next video. I don't want this one to be too terribly long. I decided to make some Christmas tree tags. So if you're interested, they could also be for like when you wrap your presents for people, you could use one of these tags for the top of your present, or you could use them in your journals. You could give them away as Happy Mail. There's all kinds of ways to use these fun types of tags, and I hope that you'll join me because they're fun. They truly are. These were from last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember. 2022. So these were a couple years old. So I mean, I feel like I'm improving a little bit, but there's no rules. There's no one is better than the other. There's just lots of fun in creating these. So these are file folder tags. Just cut shapes out of file folders. And then I just cut out pieces of different printables. You could use anything you want. Anything you want. Paper, packing paper. You could use wrapping paper, Christmas wrapping paper, whatever, floats your boat. But to give you a closer look, so here it is. So I just staggered, cut pieces of a variety of different papers, and then I added a little tree trunk and some twine. And then you poke a little hole, and here's your little, you could use these, you could hang these on your tree even, like so. So kind of cute. And then here's a Christmas present one. I'm going to show you guys how to make this. It's not hard. But you're going to need your ink pad. And so this is just a different type of a tag. So it's a Christmas present tag. And here is another Christmas tree tag, but I used fabrics on this one as well, just for some extra texture. And I used some Christmas fabric for the tag. There's a little too much file folder, I think, or craft paper in the background. So I would have, well, you'll notice on these ones here that I made today, I haven't glued anything down. I just wanted to prep them so that we could just, glue some of these together. So let's just get right to it. Here's my Christmas tag box from a couple years ago. So I have some on the ready. Maybe I'll go through a few with you. So this is, I built a tree on an existing printable. A Christmas, I think this was from a craft pad. And this is a wider tag. Let's see. Yeah, so just a variety of sizes. This one has a whale tail tab as opposed to a string to hang on the tree or to pass along on a present. This one is, I think, all fabric. These are fun to make too, well, except this piece here, but most of this is fabric. Let's see, here's another one. I did some sewing around the edging, which is always lovely to do. Christmas present tags. Aren't these cute, you guys? And then I just store them in this little box so that they are ready to go. This was a box from the dollar store. It had a lid to it, like a house rooftop lid, but I took the lid off and it's just where these tags live. Okay, enough chatting. Let's get to these here. So let's just start with this one. I'm going to move these out of the way. The only trick to these, and again, this is just how I do them. There's so many. I think there's a lot of people that do these. I think originally these were inspired, I believe, it's been too long, but I think I was inspired from a video that G. Kerr had made, I believe, but I will link her channel below and you guys can have a peek because she's, you know, she's the queen at doing stuff. So let's just start gluing. So you can see each piece is just a little smaller than the other, and that gives you that staggered look. Okay, and so let's just start gluing them down here. Maybe I'll do the tree stump first. And this is a little offcut of the file folder, and I added a little bit of packing paper just for, I'm not sure, just for texture. A little bit of interest. So I'm going to lay this tree stump first. These kind of give you a bit of an organic, nice way to use up. You know, like I said, you guys all know my husband's an accountant, so my file folder collection is massive. I will never run out of file folders. Okay, so I'm going to start staggering. A lot of these pieces are from, like I mentioned it earlier in my previous videos, from Took's Craft Table. Tailor Made Journals. I printed off her Christmas paper kit, and a lot of these pieces are from that kit. There's 32 pages to it. I think it's only like a $4 kit. It's just, you get a ton of paper for the price. And yeah, so I've been making a lot of ephemera using these. So I'm using a lot of offcuts for these tags because it's just a good way to use it up. You don't want to throw out your papers or pieces that you can use. Okay, so you have to just make sure that you stagger the opposite direction each time. I did all the pre-cut. Otherwise, you know what, it takes me a while to get everything cut, and I don't always want to do that on video. So I hope that this makes sense to you guys. If you have any questions, shoot me some questions in the comment box below. They don't have to be perfect. I am not a precise girl. I just am not. So I just put papers down the way I feel like they're going to look good. And I feel like they generally turn out. This is a little offcut, and I tried to cut around the Christmas tree. And then at the top, you'll notice I use a little pearl, but you can put whatever you want for your tree top. See how quickly this comes together? The thing that takes the most time is the cutting the pieces, but I mean, take your ruler. I did a lot of tearing, as you can see. I just tore pieces. And I'm going to use this for the tree topper. And I'm going to add this little pearl. Well, it's a flat back. Get these at the dollar store. I'm sure most of you have them. Oops, I'm going to put it right there. Maybe a little more in the middle. Leave a little bit at the top so you can punch your hole. And put your string through. We'll do the string after when this dries a bit more. So I'm going to go on to the next one. So this is the first one. Isn't it kind of cute? Okay, I'm going to set this aside. We're going to do this one now. This one's more narrow, a little more narrow. I tend to like big and chunky, but again, it depends on the size of your journal or what you're using these for. Okay, I'm going to glue down the tree stump. And these are nice and sturdy because they are used from file folder. I don't have to double, I don't have to double page them or things like that. And here we go. So I'm going to angle it this way. Kind of therapeutic. I like stuff like this. That's why I think I tend to really enjoy making my own ephemera designs. It's just, well, it's therapeutic cutting out full-on kits too. But So this weekend, yesterday, my family, we all went to the pumpkin patch. It was a wonderful day. I had not been to this pumpkin patch. It's out where my daughter lives in Aldergrove, BC. And yeah, our whole family and my 2 grandsons were there. And oh my goodness, it was fun. Just a fun way to spend a few hours. Nothing like getting in the Christmas spirit in October. Oh my goodness. So this is a first for me. We don't usually put our tree up though until my daughter has had her birthday. Her birthday is December 6th. Well, when she lived at home. Just because I don't know, I always wanted to keep her birthday separate and special before we got full on into the Christmas season. I mean, it's changing a little bit over the years now. But yeah, so I don't know. What about you guys? When do you guys get your tree up and whatnot? Some people do it in October. I'm not kidding. Many do it in November. But I suppose going through all the trouble it does take to put stuff up, you do want to get it, like, you know, you want it out for a while. I think one year my husband and I, we were just, whatever, I'm not sure why, but we just must have just felt too exhausted from everything, and we left our tree up. Oh my goodness, I think it was February by the time we took it down. Maybe late January, but it was super, super late. He likes to have it up for New Year's. Okay, there we go. I'm going to also put some cheesecloth just to add a bit of shabbiness to it, but I want to show you how I make I just take my little, you know, it's a thin little hole puncher. Doesn't have to be in the middle, but why not shoot for that? Probably have to punch it a couple times just to fit the thread through. So I think what I'm going to do for this one, I have some of this, like I have tons of offcuts of different fabrics and stuff. These are just twine. This is twine. I think it's from, I'm going to say the dollar store. Yeah, I didn't get this hole big enough. I do have a bigger punch. I probably should be using that, but I'll just punch another hole. And maybe I'll shove it through this way. There we go. Loop it through and grab the string through the loop. And then just tie a knot so you can hang it if you're going to hang these on your tree. I think it actually looks quite pretty to do that. Okay. So this can just be hung on the tree, but I'm going to also, like I said, add some cheesecloth. I should probably do that before I forget. Let's add some cheesecloth. So gather it up a bit, gives it a bit of that shabby touch. Scrunch it up. Could add another one up here, but for now I'll just add one just to give you guys an idea. Maybe I'll add one on this piece that we did already. Maybe I'll do it down closer to the tree trunk. Okay, so that's 2. So this one here, I did not make into a specific tag style. I want to use it as, at least for now, I wanted to use it as a, you know, a journal prompt, but maybe just a square. It could be a belly band. I'm not sure yet, but I liked how this looked as well. So let's do one this style. I'm trying to give you guys a little bit of variety. I'm sure most of you have made these, but for anybody new, just a nice little idea. Now these pieces fill up a lot of the tag, which I love too. You can leave a lot of background. Maybe some of you would like to do that depending on what paper you use. But I'm just going to keep going this way here. Now I used a bit of coffee paper because I have scraps all over the place, and I thought it was nice to just add a bit of different texture. I'm going to have to get to that other journal. I'm almost finished making the journal that the Asian themed journal. I need to get that one finished. Now I'm going to also have to build a journal cover and whatnot for my shabby journal Christmas journal. I'm making all this ephemera and I haven't even thought of the cover yet. I think I'm going to make a bigger journal this time. I like this December 25th font on there. And the tree is just about done. I think we're going to have a little Christmas giveaway. Now I didn't leave any room at the top to, well, I could put one a little bit up there, I suppose. Whoop, I suppose, but like I said, this one may not be something that I use for the tree or anything like that. I just think these are so fun. The background is a printable, an 8x11 printable from TaylorMade's Christmas kit. I think it is, or maybe I took this from somebody else. I don't remember. Maybe I used Sweet Pea's Curiosity. I have so many files that I pull from and I don't always write it down, but I should, so that in case you guys are curious and want to purchase things on you as well. So I'm going to put this, maybe I'll put it here. Glue a little bit of the edge down. I do like the cheesecloth to be loose, flowy. Isn't that so cute, you guys? Okay, so there's that one. I'll do one more of these, and then I'm going to show you the Christmas present one. So let's get this glued down. I try to have the jaggedy edge visible. I mean, you could do it this way, but then when I put the other piece on top, it'll cover that. But because this is more of a shabby chic Christmas journal, I want the rougher edges. Hope you guys are seeing how easy this is. I might off video, but I might make a bunch that are just fabric. Those are fun too. And it's the same method, just cut them a little bit shorter. Each layer is a little bit shorter than the one on underneath. And you can see I used thinner pieces, wider pieces. You know, you can do whatever you want. I think when I saw G's video, two or 3 years ago. Hers were a little more precise, her pieces, and that's great. Truly, I mean, nothing wrong with that. I just tend to tear. And the topper. I used a blue flat back bead because I ran out of the pearl one, and I've run out of my green or red. So, mind you, with Shabby Chic, they could be pink, but I don't have any. And that's okay. All right, a little piece of cheesecloth, and we'll call this one done. Maybe we'll put it here. Oh dear, I think I'm going to sneeze, you guys. Please don't sneeze. Let's do 2 on this one. I feel like putting 2. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to go back and do 2 pieces of cheesecloth on each one. I won't do it on camera, but I think it gives a bit more of a shabby vibe, Shabby Chic vibe. Very cute, hey? Okay, so that one's done. Now this one is going to be the Christmas present tag. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Here we go. If I can remember, I haven't made these for a few years. So basically you want to fold it in 4. Or at least both ways, yeah. So this way and then this way. This makes better sense. So give it a good crease. So then you're going to see the, it replaces the present ribbon. So now this is where your inking pad will come in. Just give it some ink. And fold it this way. Whoops. Okay, see how that looks like a present? So let's glue it down. I had a big package arrive today. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what's in it, but I can tell you it is a parcel package box from Took's Craft Table. She said she had sent me a box of goodness, and I'm not even sure why. She's just so lovely and generous, but I'm looking forward to going through that with you guys. It's on my kitchen counter. My husband just brought it up a few minutes ago, so it's hot off the press, if you will. Maybe later today I'll be able to do that, if not for sure sometime tomorrow. I'm going to link Took's Craft Table in the description box below, or in the comment section, or on the community page maybe. Not sure yet, but again, most of you probably know who she is and follow her. She's delightful. She's amazingly talented, and I love her so I'm looking forward to sharing with you. Okay, I'm going to glue it here and cut here, just because I like to do that often. So I don't want to glue about this part here. Put it here like that. Perfect. So let's just cut that little extra overhang off. And then I'm going to re-ink this. Okay, and let's fold this in four. I like the image. It's sort of a focal point. But yeah, you can choose whatever papers you like. Oops. Now this one might be a little bit harder to see the ink just because of the color and the image, etc. But I'll give it my best. Did we pull it off? Yeah, I think that looks just fine. I mean, these are bigger images for sure. You might prefer to do them smaller. Maybe I'll show you again after this how the ones I've done in the past, they are smaller pieces, and I think the presents are cute, but these are fine too. So I'm going to stick with that. And I also want to put a word prompt. Not that I need to because, well, actually I don't need to. I think there's enough going on here. This is a word prompt wreath, dictionary definition, but I will put this on something else. Now this is the part I want to show you as well. We want to have, of course, some twine or whatever you want to use for the top of the presents. Whoops, that whole lid just came off. Okay, so I'm going to use Fabric Fix just to keep it nice and securely down. So 1, 2. Oh my goodness, that's cute. Let's get the lid on that. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Now, what I will do is I'm going to use this piece. Now, if you remember, I cut it off here, but all I need to do now is ink that edge. And I don't know, maybe I'll put it at the top. Maybe I'll put it at the bottom. Just for a little bit of a... I'm going to put it... Not sure. By the time I'm done this gluing, I'm going to know it's going at the top or it's going at the bottom. I think I'm going to put it, so let's do the bottom. Decision is made. Okay. It makes me want to do one up here now, but that's okay. So that's it. So these are just some fun Christmas tags, guys, for anybody out there just looking for some inspiration. We've got this one. We have this one. We could put some cheesecloth. That's what I need to do, some cheesecloth. I'll put some right here maybe. Do that off camera. So, and then there's this one. And these two bigger ones. And I'll add some string to this one. And then there's this bundle of goodness I want to go through with you a little bit more in detail. So I am on a Christmas ephemera obsession lately. And here's my little box of tags. So I hope you are inspired. And feel free to, ask me any questions, leave comments, and I will catch up with you soon and be watching for a Christmas giveaway. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day.